So hi friends, happy World Bicycle Day. Dr. Nilesh Sabre says that हंस रहे हो ना हंसते ही रहो. I would say today, cycle चला रहे हो ना तो चलाते ही रहो. Friends, today I am going to talk as regards bicycle and sex and sexuality. Well, coming to the point, I am going to talk as regards the clitoris, the hymen and vagina and vulva, the penis, the scrotum, the anus, the buttocks and the groin area, and the pelvic musculature and the cycle. So, starting with clitoris. In case of women, when they are driving the cycle, if the seat is very hard, okay, and the front part of the seat, if it has a friction and a pressure and irritation on the clitoris, then it can cause sometimes injuries, but sometimes paradoxically it can also give rise to orgasms and lubrications in vagina, and they could having stains in the inner side of their inner garment. It can also cause injury to the vulva, so one should see to it that the cycling is done in a safe manner, and it can cause hymenal rupture. So, rupture of hymen is need not necessarily a proof for virginity. In other words, that hymen rupture is neither a proof or a disproof for virginity, isn't it? Now coming to the safety part of it, so women can use different kind of paddings, maybe sometimes even a sanitary pad, to avoid the injuries and the trauma that is being caused by the hard seats, which is causing pressure, friction and irritation, especially when the women is or a female is going for a long drive for multiple number of hours. The cycling is there continuously, okay, and so one should not cycle continuously. Of course, apart from competitive cycling, I am saying for pleasure cycling or for exercise cycling, one should at least take a halt after 30 minutes for 5 minutes as such, and sort of do such kind of things, to loosen up your leg and pelvic muscles. In case of men, and when they are driving over terrain, when they are going to exotic places or in the mountains, hitchhiking with the cycles, okay, they should take care that in Jain cycle we are having a central bar. And what happens is that if they are having a bumpy ride, then the bar which is over here, okay, which is not in this cycle of course, that goes and hits the little bar. So Johnny is riding a cycle and it hits his little Johnny, that is the penis, and most importantly the scrotum, okay, the testis, and that can cause bleeding in the testes or hemorrhage or something called as a varicocele. You must be knowing the varicose veins of the leg, isn't it? So in case of varicocele of the testes, it is something like a varicose vein of the testes. Deoxygenated and hot impure blood remains stagnated in the testes. The patient or the person gets a dragging pain, okay, intermittently or continuously, and because of the hot pressure effects, it can decrease the sperm count, okay, and it can smollen the testes, वो छोटी सी हो जाती है, or shorten the testes, whatever you want to say. And of course, in case of people who are having piles, okay, if there is a hard substance, then it can give rise to increase of those piles. So if you are having piles and perianal problems, rectal problems or buttock problems, then one should be very cautious. And there is something called as a COCCYDYNIA. Now COCCYDYNIA is a pain because of the pressure or injury over a vertebra, coccyx vertebra, which is just below the sacrum, okay, जिसे मराठी में हम माकड़ हाड़ कहते हैं, और behind the anus, okay. And if one wants to avoid that, one should use sort of a padding, and spongy seat which will avoid such kind of effects. And of course, if you are going for cycle marathoning, cycle racing, long drive cycling, or say competitions like Ironman or triple marathon or cycle marathon, and so on and so forth, continuous driving, or say for a ram example, the America's famous cycling competition, one has sweating, okay, and because of the sweating, one can give, it can give rise to something called as a jockey's itch, where there is a fungal infection and big patches in the groin, okay, in the inner side of the thigh, which cause irritation and itching, and that is because again lack of hygiene. So you are doing any kind of fitness activity, say playing football or tennis or table tennis or cricket, or going to a gym, or doing cycling, or maybe even dancing, please see to it that after these activities you take a bath, okay, अच्छी तरह से स्नान करना चाहिए, because if the sweat remains over the body for more than an hour, or say even half an hour, it can invite good amount of fungal infections on the buttock, around the waist, hip thigh waist, and in the genital areas or the inner side of the thigh. And of course, you should take care of your spine. If you happen to take care of all these things, okay, then one should go for cycling, because as you know, it saves the petrol, it avoids the pollution. You are in contact with the nature. If you go for a natural trail, you can have an ecosystem and ecological balancing act, okay, small amount of contribution, and of course it gives rise to fitness. And remember that if overall physical fitness increases, then even the sexual fitness increases, okay. And when you are cycling, या ऐसे चलाते हो pedal से, तो the pelvic floor and the pelvic muscles, they get a good amount of toning and exercise, and that also improves the sexual fitness, especially in case of people who are having erectile dysfunctions and premature ejaculation. So in yogic postures, just like in Vajroli Mudra and Ashwini Mudra, which is good for sexual fitness, cycling can be good for even sexual fitness. Of course, if it's related to genital skin and sexual problems, I'm always there to help you. I'm practicing in Kothurud area, Mayur Colony for last 27 years in Pune as a skin specialist, a cosmetic and aesthetic physician, and a venereologist, that is a STD specialist, and of course sexologist. So enjoy cycling, but also take care of your genitals and sexual organs, skin, and have an overall hygiene, okay? Take care and God bless you.